The Energy Corsa America's crew on the inside. The AKT Energy of Xavier Suarez on the outside. 16 laps for Senior Max is green, and it's a great jump for the Brit as he leads us through turns 1 and 2.
Jensen Burnett didn't have a great start. Actually, he's dropped a couple of places. It is a McQueen, Hunter, Ramos up to third. Where's Ingrata? There he is. He picks up 2 places. He hasn't made the best of starts, but he's just got to stay out of trouble and keep his nose clean. Pick them off one by one, then when things calm down, now we can open her up. Here are the leaders. Down Scrapyard Straight. Suarez is in 4th. Now, where is Jensen Burnett? There is your answer. Hasn't spent a lot of time in Rotax, and he did last year, and the last 2 years came very close. There's Lewis Goff. Well, he's not taking things lightly. He wants to, there's Ramos and Hunter. Good move, Diego Ramos. We flipped the script from yesterday. It's now McQueen ahead of Ramos. And I don't think Diego Ramos wants to hang about.
That advantage he'll have for fresh rubber is not materializing yet. He needs to stay in the fight, and with a great diver there on Santi Fernandez, he gets a spot. And Savalio's going to let him through as we see our first lead change. Ramos to the point, and Burnett hangs on there at the back in 6th, but there's a gap that's formed.
Oh, Paul Foucault, Sacre Bleu, the French are out. And the most experienced driver we have here will have to wait to get his ticket for his 7th Grand Finals. Game on at the front, McQueen, Ramos, Hunter, and here comes little Lewis Goff, first-year senior driver against some of the behemoths. He wears silly glasses, but no, he's a class act and is 21 years old. Here comes Ramos, there goes Hunter, and Goff has to pick his moment behind Goff. Suarez, Burnett, Savalio.
Oh.
And we are getting word that Aiden Ingrata has a nose cone that is wobbling like it shouldn't be.
Had a moment that, of course, went viral in the way that it was not portraying really his full image, and a man who you will find as one of probably the last 10 or 15 individuals in the paddock with the lights on at night, building engines for probably half the grid that he's racing against right now, and all of them have been just as good as his to this point in the weekend, including Aiden Ingrata's power plant that was fast enough to dominate weekend 1. For Kai Hunter, this is a chance to really show a little more of who he really is, a hardworking 21-year-old trying to prove that he deserves to be here.
Not where he needs to be. He's just the top of the screen in P8. Oh. There goes Jensen Burnett, and that's not going to help Lewis Goff. The difference in points between Goff and McQueen is 43.
And McQueen knows that, or at least he knows he wants to get a win. Made an impact here in the paddock. 3 out of 4 weekends he's competed so far. He stood on the podium, but he has yet to get that first win with the Energy crew. Can he do it here as Hunter gets a little bit of a wheel from Ramos out of the hairpin? He'll let him in and quickly bail into 3rd, and Jensen Burnett trailing in 4th. There you have Lewis Goff right in 5th. Gianluca Savalio 6th. Ramos to the lead now in turn 1. Ended up coming so close. Here comes Timothy Pernod further back as Hunter sends one on Caden McQueen for 2nd. Pernod is wheeling himself up by his bootstraps right now to get into this conversation as well. As we watch down into the S's, more moves made side by side for Pernod and Savalio. McQueen's got Burnett looking, and Goff all over his heels as well.
Turn 11 and 12 chicane in a beautiful move. McQueen came back at him. This is good stuff. This is for the ticket. Oh, McQueen's over the dirt. His momentum's gone. His momentum has gone. He had a ticket in his grasp for about a lap. This weekend alone, we've had podiums for both Energy Course drivers. And Caden McQueen is taking the fight. Oh, there's Savalio going rally crossing.
On Savalio, he'll fall further away. Pernod under fire. McQueen will get that spot as well. Caden McQueen moves back up the board.
He might look like an idiot, but he is very smart indeed. People underestimate Caden McQueen, and they shouldn't. And you're seeing why, because he also knows how to get his elbows out when he needs to. There he is, mired back in the pack. nose cone flapping in the breeze.
23rd across the line that time with a looming pushback that would drop him another forward. It would drop him all the way back to 30th still. It has not been an ideal main for the Canadian. You can see that the front bumper definitely crushed in and definitely deployed and loose. The 335, a heartbreaking finale to what has been such an incredible performance to the first 3 rounds of the Winter Trophy. 2 laps to go, 2 big fights on the way. Look at Goff, top of the screen. Here comes Pernod fighting to the inside. He'll get through. McQueen on the way in 6th. Listen, don't look now. There is something wrong, I think, with Louis Goff's kart, or he is really struggling. Look at the gap Pernod's already pulled on him. Here comes Caden McQueen. 2 more on the way, and Goff is feeling the heat right now. And the more he drops, the bigger the window of opportunity opens. He'll lose another spot there. Here comes Oliver Marak to the bumper as well. McQueen covering low, and Arnaud Sabarin also there. So this is still just ever so slightly up for both Diego Ramos and Timothy Pernod as Goff falls to 6th. It is now 32 markers to Pernod, 42 to Ramos. Big over-under as McQueen covers off the inside. Meanwhile, in everything in his control, Hunter trying to fend off Burnett. Look at this, last run to the hairpin. McQueen, Goff, it'll be crazy there. Diego Ramos is going to make it perfect as he rounds the last turn. He dominates and sweeps the weekend. Who ends up behind him and in what order?
Here comes McQueen in 5th, and Goff is 6th. Oh, at the top of your screen, we've got 2 of what's
Fox and Bedard, Olivier Bedard and Aiden Fox together. 19th for Aiden Ingrata, but
oh, okay. How many?
Again, assuming that a pushback, even in 19th, even without a pushback, he'd be banking on a penalty for Louis Goff. So it does seem to be in the hands of the young Brit. The rookie should be your provisional champion for Diego Ramos. You called it perfectly earlier here today, Henry.